everyone, it's Helen here. Today I will be making another type of Vietnamese dessert. If you've been following my channel, you know that I like making Vietnamese cakes and desserts. And if you haven't watched those videos yet, you can click here now. The dessert that I'm making today is made from flour, and therefore in northern Vietnam it is called Banh Troi or Banh Chay. And in southern and central Vietnam we eat this with ginger syrup, and therefore we call it Troi Nuoc. It's a perfect dessert to serve in the winter, and I hope that you will like it. So let's learn how to make it. We make the fillings first. You will need 200 gram peeled mung beans, soaked in water for at least 1 hour or overnight, and wash a few times until the water becomes clear and drained. After being soaked in water for a few hours, my mung beans has grown bigger. I have drained and transferred it to a rice cooker. Then add 1 cup of water and cook it in the rice cooker like you cook rice. After being cooked, your mung beans will look something like this. It's very soft. We're gonna add in half a teaspoon of salt, a tablespoon of sugar. I want my fillings to be a little fragrant and savory, so I add in 3 tablespoons of crispy fried shallots. It's optional though. Also add in about 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Then grind everything well in a food processor, or you can use a pestle to mash it by hand like this. So keep doing that until the mung bean turn into a paste like this. Next, grease your hands with some vegetable oil and scoop 1 tablespoon of the mung bean paste and make it into a ball. Vegetable oil acts like a glue and is very important for this recipe. So continue shaping until you finish the mung bean paste. You will get around 20 to 25 balls. Next, we make the dough. You will need 400 grams of glutinous rice flour. If you prefer your dumplings to be a little firmer, you can mix 350 grams glutinous rice flour with 50 grams normal rice flour. We're gonna add in lukewarm water slowly. The water should be neither too hot nor too cold. Around 60 degrees Celsius will be good. If you use too cold water, the flour will not combine well, and if you use too hot water, the flour will be cooked and it will become very sticky and it's gonna stick all over your hands. So keep mixing until the flour forms into a dough. It might look quite wet at first, but that's okay. Keep mixing for about 5 minutes until the dough no longer sticks to your hand. I have added 1.5 cup, that is 360 ml water, but it might vary a little depending on the quality of the flour that you have. Okay, so cover with a piece of plastic wrap and let the dough rest for about 30 minutes. After that, knead the dough for about 5 more minutes. You can add in a little more water if you feel that it's too dry, or a little more flour if you think it's too wet. Mine is about right. Then cover with the plastic wrap again and grease your hands with a little bit of vegetable oil. Pinch a piece of dough about 2 tablespoons and shape it into a ball. Then flatten it out into a thin disc around 1 cm thick. The diameter should be 2 times bigger than the mung beans filling. Place the mung bean fillings into the center of the dough and turn it over. Then fold and pinch the edges together. Try to avoid any air in between the dough and the filling. Shape it nicely again into a smooth ball. It's like a fun Play-Doh game here. Continue until you finish the dough. You can shape the leftover dough into small pearls. Next, bring a pot of water to a boil and add in the dumplings. If you place the dumplings in a plate like this, make sure you brush the plate with some vegetable oil, otherwise it's gonna stick. Boil the dumplings on medium-high heat for about 5 minutes. The dumplings are cooked when they float to the surface. Remove and transfer them to a bowl of cold water. Next, we're gonna make ginger syrup. Bring 6 cups of water to a boil and add in the sugar. You can use normal brown sugar or palm sugar, about 200 to 300 grams depending whether you have a sweet tooth or not. Slice ginger into strips and add in the syrup together with a pinch of salt. You can also simmer the syrup for about 15 to 20 minutes until it thickens into a sauce. For me, I just leave it at a syrup. Now I transfer the cooked dumplings into the pot of ginger syrup and we are done. You can sprinkle some roasted sesame on top to make it more tempting. And this is what we call Troi Nuoc. You can serve it warm with some coconut sauce. In northern Vietnam, there's another dessert also made from glutinous rice flour, but the filling is just 1 small cube of sugar. It's called Banh Troi. It's much smaller in size and is served separately without the ginger syrup. So basically we do the same thing but in smaller size. Add the sugar cubes in the center of the dough and form it into a small purse. Then boil it until it's float to the surface and transfer to a plate with some sprinkled roasted sesame on top. Now let's give it a try. When you cut into the dumpling with the spoon, you feel that the outside is glutinous and the inside is soft and has a very nice yellow color. Yummy! So don't forget to subscribe and let me know what should come up next week. Thank you for watching. Bye bye!